They say life slows down as we age, but what if that slowing down is exactly what we need? What if silence, solitude, and reflection are the tools that lead you back to your strongest, most peaceful self? Stay with me. You'll want to hear this. 1. Your life is yours. Alone. Own it. Hey there, friend. Ever sit in the quiet of your kitchen, coffee cooling, and feel that tug deep inside? You know it. This life, with its aches and its joys, is yours alone. No one else can carry your burdens, laugh your laugh, or cry those silent tears when the world looks away. That's not a weight to slump under. It's a gift to hold close. Think of Ellen, 68, from Kansas, who after losing her husband felt the house grow too big, too still. One evening, she stopped waiting for someone to fill it and picked up her old gardening gloves. Each seed she planted was hers, her hands, her hope, and now her yard blooms with pride. An old thinker, Marcus Aurelius, said life's what you make of it in your own mind. No one else can steer your path. You're the captain, even when the seas get rough. It's like when you kept the family going through hard winters or faced a doctor's news alone. You owned it, and it made you. Take a slow breath. Who's running your days, you or someone else's rules? Don't let it slip. Today's yours. Here's a step. Sit alone for 10 minutes, no TV, just you. Feel what rises. Fear, peace, a dream. What's one thing you'd do if no one else had a say? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear, and it might light a spark for someone watching. You've walked through retirement's quiet, kids moving on, maybe a body that's slowed. Yet it's yours. Every scar a story of strength. This isn't about being lonely. It's about being free, standing tall in your own skin. In short, your life's not borrowed. Own it now, with every heartbeat, because it's where your power begins. Next, we'll explore why that quiet isn't something to run from. It's your strength waiting to grow. Stay with me. 2. Solitude isn't loneliness. It's strength. Hey friend, ever feel that pang when the house goes still? Kids gone, phone silent, just you and the ticking clock? It's easy to call it loneliness, but what if it's something deeper, something stronger? Solitude isn't a hole to fall into, it's a rock to stand on. Take Ray, 70, from Oregon, who after retiring felt adrift, like the world had moved on without him. One crisp morning, he grabbed a sketchbook, sat by the window, and let the quiet settle in. Those pencil lines weren't just drawings, they were his backbone growing sturdier. An old wise man, Epictetus, said, "No one can touch your inner peace unless you let them. It's yours to build, alone." It's like when you faced a health scare or sorted life after losing someone. You didn't crumble, you stood in the silence and found grit. Solitude's where you meet yourself, raw and real, no masks needed. Pause a moment. When did being alone last feel heavy or strong? Don't shy from it. Today's your chance. Try this. Take 15 minutes, sit outside, no distractions. Listen to your breath, your thoughts. What's there? What's one time solitude surprised you with strength? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear, and it might lift someone else too. You've known quiet nights, an empty chair at the table, maybe a budget that's tight. Yet in those still moments, you've grown, like a tree weathering a storm. This isn't about being cut off. It's about rooting deep, finding a steady pride in standing solo. In short, solitude's not loneliness. It's your strength rising now, a quiet power no one can take. Next, we'll see why that silence is more than stillness. It's your sanctuary. Keep walking with me. 3. Silence is your sanctuary. Embrace it. Hey there, friend. Ever notice how the world gets louder every day? The TV blaring, the grandkids' calls dropping off, that restless hum of worry about doctors' bills or what's next. It can claw at you, can't it? But what if there's a place the noise can't touch, a sanctuary waiting right inside you? Silence isn't just the absence of sound, it's a haven, a sacred spot to catch your breath. Picture Clara, 73, from Georgia, sitting alone after her daughter moved across the country. The quiet stung at first. Too big, too empty. Then one evening, she turned off the radio, lit a candle, and just sat. That stillness wasn't hollow. It wrapped around her like a quilt, whispering peace she'd forgotten she could feel. An old thinker, Seneca, said, "We waste too much life chasing distractions instead of listening to our own hearts. Silence gives you back that time." It's like when you sat through a sleepless night after losing someone dear or wrestled with a shrinking budget. The quiet held you when nothing else could. It's not running away. It's coming home to yourself, where pride blooms slow and steady. Clara found that in silence she could hear her own voice again, not the worries, but the strength that carried her through decades. Take a deep breath now. When did noise last drown you out? Don't let it win. Today's your moment to claim that sanctuary. Here's a step. Find 20 minutes, maybe at dusk, and sit somewhere cozy. No phone, no chatter. Light a candle if you like. Feel the air. Let your mind wander. What rises up? Fear, a memory, a flicker of hope. What's one quiet moment that ever felt like a gift? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story, and it might warm someone else watching. You've known silence before, the hush after a loved one's goodbye, the stillness of a house once full, maybe the calm before a big health decision. Those weren't weak moments, they were holy, where faith took root. Think of Betty, 69, who after a knee surgery sat alone on her porch each dawn, watching the sky shift. She didn't fight the quiet. She leaned into it, and it rebuilt her, one sunrise at a time. Silence isn't your enemy. It's your teacher, showing you what's real when the world's too loud to care. It's where you strip away the rush and find a steady pulse of hope, a pride in knowing you're still here, still growing. Don't fear it. Run to it, because it's yours, a refuge no storm can shake. In short, silence isn't just quiet. It's your sanctuary now, a deep well of strength and peace waiting for you to step inside. Next, we'll look at how facing yourself in that stillness lights the way to who you're meant to be. Stay close. We're going deeper. 4. Facing yourself. Sparks. Growth. Hey friend, ever catch your own eyes in the mirror and feel a little shiver, like there's someone there you've been dodging? Facing yourself isn't easy. It's raw, messy, and quiet as a winter night, but oh, it's where growth begins. Take Harold, 71, from Michigan, who after retiring sat alone with a lifetime of what-ifs. The silence pressed in, heavy with regrets about never traveling, never mending that old family rift. One day, he stopped running, grabbed a notebook, wrote down what scared him most. Being too late. That wasn't the end. It was the start. An old thinker, Marcus Aurelius, said you've got power over your mind. Facing it lights a fire no one else can. It's like when you stared down a health scare or the ache of losing someone close. You didn't hide. You looked, and it changed you. Harold did too. Started calling his estranged son, shaky voice and all, and now they're planning a fishing trip. Growth isn't loud. It's that quiet moment you stop pretending and ask the hard stuff. Who am I really? Not the parent, the worker, the survivor, but me. Take a slow breath. What's one truth you've sidestepped? Don't wait. Today's your time. Here's a step. Sit with a pen, 15 minutes, no distractions. Write one thing you're afraid to admit. Maybe I'm lonely, or I miss who I was. Then add one thing you're proud of, like, I kept going. What's a fear you've buried that's ready to breathe? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear, and it might nudge someone else to look too. You've faced plenty. Kids moving out, a body slowing down, maybe a bank account that's leaner than it used to be. Those weren't just blows. They were mirrors, showing you your strength. Think of Lila, 67, who after her husband's passing sat with her grief instead of numbing it with TV. She cried, sure, but she also remembered her courage, raising a family, beating odds, and started a book club. Facing herself didn't shrink her, it grew her, roots deep and steady. It's not comfy, it's a challenge, like pulling weeds to let flowers bloom. But in that stillness, you find faith, not in perfection, but in who you're becoming. Pride swells too, not loud, but quiet, knowing you're tougher than you thought. Don't flinch from it. Step in, because that's where hope lives. Real hope, earned through the looking. In short, facing yourself isn't a punishment. It's your spark for growth, a quiet gift of strength and freedom waiting right now. Next, we'll see how that solo walk makes you a light for others. Keep going with me. 5. Walking alone prepares you to give more. Hey there, friend. Ever think the quiet times when it's just you and your thoughts might be building something bigger than you realize? Walking alone isn't about turning away from the world, it's about getting strong enough to lift it up. Picture Agnes, 69, from Texas, who after her kids moved out felt the house turn silent as a stone. She could have filled it with noise, but instead, she sat with it, long evenings by the window sipping tea, letting the stillness sink in. That wasn't retreat, it was training. An old wise man, Epictetus, said, "Your peace is yours to guard. Build it alone, and no one can shake it." It's like when you faced losing a spouse or stretched a thin paycheck. You stood solo, and it carved a steady place inside you. Agnes found that too. Those quiet nights grew her roots, and now she's the one neighbors call when they're low, her calm a lighthouse in their storms. Walking alone doesn't shrink you, it fills you up, so you've got more to give. Take a moment. When did going it alone make you stronger for someone else? Don't let it pass. Today's your shot. Try this. Spend 20 minutes alone, maybe on the porch, no fuss. Think of one person you love. What could you offer them from your quiet strength? A call, a note, a listening ear? What's a time solitude surprised you with gifts to share? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to hear, and it might spark someone watching too. You've known empty chairs, health dips, maybe the sting of being overlooked. Yet those solo stretches didn't break you. They shaped you, like a river smooths a rock. Think of Fred, 72, who after a heart scare sat alone daily, rebuilding his faith in himself. Now he coaches his grandson's team, steady as dawn. Walking alone isn't selfish, it's sacred, a faith-filled step to pride in what you can pour out. You don't need a crowd to matter. You need that quiet core, unshaken, ready to love deeper. In short, going solo doesn't cut you off. It prepares you now to give more, with a strength and hope that lights the way. Next, we'll uncover how that inner peace becomes your rock, no matter what. Stay close. It's getting good. 6. Your inner peace is unshakable. Build it. Hey friend, ever feel like life's tossing you around? Health hiccups, family drifting, that restless hum of what now after retirement? It's a storm, sure, but deep down there's a quiet place no wind can touch. Your inner peace, steady as an oak. Building it isn't wishful thinking. It's yours to claim. Take Martha, 75, from North Carolina, who after losing her sister felt the world wobble. Nights got long, but one morning she sat still, no TV, just her rocking chair, and let the quiet hold her. It wasn't calm outside, but inside something grew unshakable. An old thinker, Marcus Aurelius, said, "Your mind's your power, storms can rage, but you decide what sways you." It's like when you faced a tight budget or a loved one's goodbye. You didn't break. You built a stillness that carried you. Martha did too. Now she's the one her grandkids lean on, her peace a rock they trust. It's not about dodging life's hits. It's about rooting deep so they don't uproot you. Take a breath. What shakes you most lately? Don't let it rule. Today's your day to steady it. Here's how. Carve out 20 minutes, maybe at sunrise, no noise. Sit. Feel your chest rise. Ask, what's mine to hold on to? Maybe it's faith, a memory, your own grit. What's kept you solid when life got loud? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear. and it might anchor someone else too. You've known quiet battles, joint pain, an empty house, maybe folks forgetting your worth, yet each time you found a core that holds, a pride in standing firm. Think of Joe, 70, who after a stroke sat daily with his thoughts, rebuilding not just his body, but his spirit. Now he gardens, slow but sure, a quiet king of his patch. Peace isn't handed over, it's grown, a faith-filled gift you nurture in silence. It's not loud, but oh, it's strong, a hope that says you're enough, storm or shine. Build it, because it's yours, unshakable, a light no darkness dims. In short, your inner peace isn't fragile. It's a fortress you build now, a quiet strength that stands through anything. Next, we'll wrap this up with how it all ties into the life you're still shaping. Don't miss it. It's the heart of it all. What about you? Have you had a moment like this in your life? Drop it in the comments. I'm excited to read your experiences. Friend, life's twilight years bring a quiet truth. It's yours alone to live, and that's a sacred gift. These stories whisper that solitude isn't a shadow to flee. It's a strength to embrace, a sanctuary where you meet yourself unfiltered. Think of those nights after the kids left, or when loss carved a hollow space. Facing that stillness didn't weaken you. It grew you, deep and steady. An old saying reminds us we shape our lives in our minds. Your peace, your pride, they're built in the hush, not the clamor. For you, seasoned by decades, this means owning your path now. Don't wait for the world to nod. Sit with your thoughts. Let them bloom like a late-season rose. It's where hope takes root, where you find you're tougher than the years suggest. Walking alone doesn't cut you off. It fills you up to give more, a light for others because you've lit your own. So today, claim that quiet corner, reflect, write, breathe. You're not fading. You're forging an unshakable core, a legacy of heart that time can't touch. This is your life. Live it, deep and true.